Is the iPhone 14 about to be canceled? No, at least not anytime soon, but is the iPhone still the apple of Apple's eye, so to speak? Or are some new products about to emerge and dethrone the iPhone and totally change everything? Let's take a look what's in store for Apple in 2022 and also see what products they could announce and new categories they could enter that would totally change your life forever. There is no denying that the iPhone over the years has catapulted Apple to the top, the upper echelon of the business world. They're worth $3 trillion, and you don't get to a market valuation that high without making products that are hit after hit after hit, and undoubtedly Apple owes a ton of their success to the iPhone past, present, and future. And over the years, Apple has again and again shown off the power of the iPhone and why it is this revolutionary must-have device. It's got an amazing display, this really versatile camera system, it's got new technology, and year after year, it is built around this incredible ecosystem that makes it the phone for you and your friends and your grandparents. Everyone wants to have an iPhone, or most people want to have an iPhone, because it's just that good and seemingly getting better year after year. And luckily, according to recent leaks and rumors, Apple really has no signs of slowing down. By all accounts, the iPhone 14 is going to be one of the biggest iPhone upgrades we've seen in quite a while. It's going to finally nix the notch. It's going to get an upgraded camera for the main sensor. You're going to have a new size option at the lower end with the iPhone 14 Max, maybe some new materials, a new design. Everything is looking up for the iPhone, and I could not be more excited for the fall of 2022 and finally getting to the reveal of the iPhone 14. But even more than that, as excited as I am for the new iPhone, I'm also excited to see what new product categories Apple is going to enter in 2022. Of course, we're going to see new Apple Silicon, we're going to get some redesigned Macs, we're going to get some new AirPods and iPads, and all that stuff is all well and good. But what's more exciting than ever is to watch Apple enter a product category for the first time and show off that Gen 1 device, like the original iPod, the original iPhone, the iPad, the Apple Watch. It's moments like that, these sort of one-of-a-kind moments in tech history that are really exciting, really groundbreaking, and really so rare. Apple doesn't enter new categories all that often, which makes it so important when they do. And rumor has it in 2022, Apple is going to shake things up a bit and enter some categories they have never entered before. And as we sort of enter into a new year of 2022, I've got a couple of important questions on my mind that I want to get your thoughts on down below. That is, what product categories will Apple enter in the new year? What categories should they enter to really revolutionize them and shake things up? And also, what products could Apple be launching and working on that will finally eclipse the iPhone as Apple's new crown jewel? Let me know your thoughts to these questions down below. We can sort of discuss together. But at least in this video, I've got a couple of suggestions based off of fact and some a little off of fiction that I think will really change Apple's course for the new year, and I want to know your thoughts. First up, let's talk AirPods. Now, I know AirPods is not a new product, or it's not really a new product category for Apple, but as we finally get brand new AirPods Pro 2 in 2022, it's fun to say, I thought it'd be a good time to sort of examine what Apple has sort of done in that industry and just how big of a business AirPods really is. It's really crazy to see just how much money Apple is making off of AirPods. And what's even crazier and even more mind-boggling is what everybody thought of them back when they launched with the iPhone 7. It was sort of Apple's answer to removing the headphone jack. They were sort of entering into the Bluetooth headphone space, and no one really took them seriously. It was the butt of the joke. It was the EarPods with the cable cut off. They were sticking out of your ear. They look ridiculous. Everyone laughed at AirPods and thought they were just a joke and would never really be successful. But look who's laughing now. Apple is laughing all the way to the bank, and AirPods is a huge business for them, and just goes to show what additional businesses and sort of ecosystems Apple can build around one or 2 or 3 products. And now for 2022, I cannot wait to see what Apple has in store for these new AirPods Pro 2. If you believe the rumors, it looks like the stems might get shortened significantly, if not sort of removed altogether. And Apple might be adopting a design on AirPods Pro 2 similar to Beats Fit Pro. That's a lot of different names to sort of keep track of. Essentially sort of shrinking the stem down a little bit, building some new health, fitness sensors and different capabilities into the new AirPods Pro 2 themselves, and hopefully giving you a way to better track them down with an alleged photo showing off a built-in speaker in the AirPods Pro case. So instead of having to rely on a sound being played from sort of the AirPods themselves, now the speaker built into the case would be able to emit a sound, so you can much more easily track down your AirPods Pro 2 with the help of the Find My app, and hopefully the Find My network. One category that would be very interesting for Apple to enter is for Apple to make their own search engine. Again, it's sort of weird to say this, but this has been a rumor over and over again, and does make a lot of sense for 2022 for Apple to finally ditch Google and make a search engine of their own. Again, this would have privacy, safety, and security at the forefront. It would not track you around the web. It would not collect your personal information and sell to data brokers. This is all about keeping you safe and secure while also helping you easily navigate the World Wide Web. On one hand, this does sort of make sense. It would really sort of fit with Apple's MO at the moment, and for a company really championing privacy right now, it would be nice for them to ditch Google on all of their devices and build their own search engine that was the default, that really focused on, again, this privacy and security stuff. It would be a very bold move. It would be really a big proclamation that would shake up the tech world, and if Apple was to do it, I wouldn't be surprised if other companies were to follow suit and either adapt Apple search engine or something besides Google. Someone's just waiting for someone to make the first move, and Apple could be the one to do that. On the other hand, though, this would be a very costly endeavor. They'd have to build the search engine. They'd have to make sure the algorithm really worked well. They would not want another debacle like Apple Maps to happen, where people just lose all confidence and hope in their service. It would have to be done right from day one. And also, Apple would lose out on quite a bit of change, because Google is currently paying them a rumored $15 billion a year to remain the search engine of choice, the default one, on all Apple devices. Now, there is sort of a third option to this. There has been some rumors floating around that Apple would just acquire a privacy-focused search engine that exists, like DuckDuckGo, and sort of morph that into the new Apple search engine. So I'm curious, would you use a privacy, security, safety-focused search engine if it was built by Apple, even if it meant it was only on Apple devices? Also, what about the idea of Apple making their own standalone consumer-focused camera? Of course, on the high end, you've got the big boys like Red, Sony, Canon, Fujifilm, other major companies sort of catering to the high end. But at the low end, point and shoots and sort of the flip videos and the Kodak ZI-8s or whatever of years past no longer exist, because the iPhone sort of replaced that and really fulfilled the need for most people. But what if Apple was to give you something a little bit of a step up from the iPhone in a small compact size? There have been sort of rumors and renders of this floating around for years, nothing super concrete, but this does look super cool and does sort of make you dream about what an Apple camera could be like. Maybe it had better lenses, better quality than what you got on the iPhone. You had some really great camera capabilities. You had the same built-in smart HDR processing, seamless uploading to iCloud for data storage, and just a really nice camera system, great for photos and videos, that was more casual than a mirrorless from Sony or Canon, but was something a step up from your iPhone. Is this something that's exciting at all? Some rumors have also long suggested that Apple could enter the television space. You might remember back around the time Steve Jobs passed away that there was a lot of rumors that Apple was building their own physical TV set. Things are a little different now, but there still is an opportunity for Apple to sort of make a device that is the center of the home. There have been rumors that Apple is working on sort of a competitor to the Amazon Echo Show or to the Facebook Portal. Basically think a HomePod speaker with an iPad built in. Again, sounds a little weird, it's a little rough around the edges, but the idea is that this thing would be the center of your living room, your kitchen. You'd be able to ask, presumably, Siri questions. You could make FaceTime calls. You could listen to music. This would be a great way for you to sort of interact with the smarts of technology in a nice, convenient, hands-free way. And of course, coming back to reality, we know of at least 2 new product categories that Apple is definitely going to enter very, very soon. One this year and one in the next 2 or 3 years. The first, of course, the big news here is this Apple mixed reality headset. This is, by all accounts, from analysts and rumors alike, supposed to change everything. It's supposed to be sort of of the beginning of the end for the iPhone and will sort of cement Apple's position not only in this AR, VR space, but sort of give us an idea of what they're working on for the next decade or so. This is going to have cameras and a lot of sensors and high-tech electronics built in, and we don't exactly know how it's going to work, what apps it's going to have, or what it's going to cost, but by all accounts, we're hearing more and more every day that we at least should get a sneak peek of this headset by the end of 2022. Not sure if it's going to launch in 2022 or 2023, but Apple should sort of reveal these plans, what they've been building on for years and years with this headset, before 2022 is up. That will be super exciting. The other product category that Apple is going to really shake up, and what could be probably one of their biggest products ever, literally, is the Apple Car. We have heard over and over again that Apple is working on an electric car. It's going to have full self-driving capabilities. There's been a lot of leadership changes and definitely a lot of bumps in the road, but it seems like Apple is still working on building their own vehicle that might hit the road as early as 2025. So what are your guys' thoughts on this? I am so curious to hear from you guys because I have speculated about this, I've thought about this, and as exciting as 2022 is going to be, I really want to know what Apple is planning to do next. So what are your thoughts? What new product categories should Apple enter? Would you be all in for an Apple social network or an Apple camera? Do you think they're going to focus more on services and growing that subscription industry, or will they focus more on physical products? Let me know your thoughts down below on where you'd like to see Apple go next and what you'd like to see them shake up. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. I'm Robert Rosenfeld from the Apple Circle, and I will see you all in the next one.